Are you gonna say my name? You can just say my name.
Yeah. Hi, we're This Century. I'm Joel. This is Sean, and you're watching Under the Gun TV.
So you guys released your second album, Biography of Heartbreak, back in May.
Uh-huh.
Have things been hectic ever since? I've been hearing a lot of buzz about you guys, and it seems like you don't stop playing shows and stuff.
They could be more hectic, I feel like, but
somewhat hectic.
yeah, it's been somewhat hectic. We've just been trying to do as much touring as possible now that the record is out, because we just spent so much time putting this record together. It's about like a year. So now the focus is kind of just doing tours in support of that record. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some. We did a tour with the Maine over the summer. We're doing this up close and personal tour. We're gonna try and do some international stuff, and we got more stuff in the works.
So how was the whole experience of writing and recording this album?
The album, the process was very different for us because we kind of come from a band world where you kind of all are in the same room together, jamming out the parts together, and I think we consciously made an effort for this record to take a new approach, and we did it in these phases where we were learning how to kind of, do things from a different, like take it from a different direction. Like maybe we'd have the beat before we'd have the entire song, and then kind of write from that angle, or we'd have a lot more electronic elements, which we've never really ventured into before. So it was a very big learning process for us, and one that I think definitely helped us shape the whole record. I mean, the record sounds very electronic, which is something we've never done before. So, yeah.
You guys mentioned that you went on the road with the Maine and Rocket to the Moon over the summer. Is that how you guys ended up back on the road with Nick Santino now?
Yeah, kind of.
More or less.
I mean, it was just like, it was easy because it just felt right. I mean, we've known Nick since 2007 now.
Before it was before he even had his band. Yeah, it was just, we get along with Nick, and things went really well on the summer tour, and it's like, Nick's going to be doing the new project, so why not? We're going to be doing a headliner. Let's take Nick out. Somebody who we know.
It seems like anyone that's like affiliated with like 8123 is all kind of like.
Yeah, we like to kind of just help each other out. The Maine helped us out, so we're in turn.
And I think I think it's just the community vibe that we have, and we've built just from kind of starting at the same time. When you start together, it's not in like a competitive way, but in a sense, it's just like a motivating way to kind of keep everyone together and moving forward and always helping each other out. I mean, I think it's just it feels right,
So for a band, you guys formed in 2007, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You've already played with tons of huge bands all over the place, Philippines. What are your favorite shows or tours that you've participated in so far?
My favorite shows that we've done were, let's see here, I think it was our second trip to the Philippines. We came back to do 2 headliners, and those were my favorite because we went over there and it was about 2,000 kids in these shows, and it's just an incredible feeling to see that many people out there and know that they're all there for you. Yeah. I think that was probably the one that
crazy.
I remember the most.
I remember the feel. It was just a different feeling to it. I don't know. It just felt surreal almost.
Yeah.
And not that it's not like there aren't shows that are smaller that don't feel that way. It's just that there is something kind of bizarre about the idea of being halfway around the world, performing in a country that you don't live in, and having people care that much about your band. I think is pretty crazy.
And to top it off, after the first show, the headliner, they did a fireworks display for our show.
Really?
And it was so over the top, but it was really funny.
It was like way too coordinated.
We were like, wait,
why
us? Like, we're just 4 guys. Like, why are they doing fireworks? But it was really cool.
How did you guys get such a fan base in the Philippines?
I think it kind of developed through. It was kind of a weird thing. Someone one day tweeted that our song had played on a radio station there. That was a smaller radio station here, and I thought that was really cool. Actually, my mom saw the tweet.
Yeah, your mom was.
My mom was like, "Hey, someone said your song's playing in the Philippines," and we get a lot of people that say like, "Your song's playing here," and then we're just like, "Yeah, sure it is." Like, we don't take it seriously, but for some reason, we took it a little more seriously and looked into it, and it was this station out there called Jam something 89.1 or something.
Yeah.
And they were like an alternative station, and they were playing Sound of Fire. And we were like, oh, that's so weird. We should find out more. And so it turned out that some girl was just requesting the song, and they decided to put it in rotation because the program director liked the song. And then we kind of had this idea. We were like, well, if they have the song on the radio, maybe if we can get people to request it, they'll play it more. So we've kind of formed a little street team over there and just had them request the song every day. And then all of a sudden, it was like in like
people.
2 months, it went to #1 over there, which is so crazy. And
that was the first. And then there was another one, Bleach Blonde, I think.
Everywhere Everything.
That
Bleach
went
Blonde.
Everywhere Everything went to #1.
But then what
Bleach
was
Blonde
really
to
crazy
#1.
was then, because of that station picking it up, the pop station, like the top 40, I guess you'd call it the top 40 station, picked it up, which is weird because I think some of our new stuff kind of fits that format, but I think some of our older stuff doesn't quite.
Yeah.
And they were playing it all the time, and then it was one of those weird moments where actually our friends in the Maine, they were over in the Philippines, and they were driving in their SUV, and they heard the song playing on the radio.
They took a video
as they were
for
driving.
us.
They sent us a video of like it playing in
That's
on the
cool.
station, and it's just a weird feeling to know that people are listening to us there. I don't know, and it's completely like an organic thing that just took off, and we were very lucky. So
Are you guys like full-blown celebrities? Do people like waiting at airports for you and stuff?
We had like the airport thing, but not people like waiting there, but just like random people will be like, oh, I saw you.
we
on
also
this, but
it's because we played that television show.
yeah,
that I
we
think
did this variety show called ASAP 2012. It's really
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Like crazy, very like pop. Everybody's dancing and lip syncing, and everyone's a model. And then we played. And then us.
And we were the only non-lip syncing thing.
Yeah.
And so we played it, and then I remember going to the airport because we had to leave that day, and there were like people at the checkout
airport
counter
staff.
who watched the show, and I was like,
I also I went and got a massage at the airport, and our massage therapists were like, hey, "You guys run."
I don't know if they were massage therapists. They might have just been people that were.
There is like an
massaging.
airport, like you sit on a chair and get a massage, but they were like, "Yeah, we saw you." So, but I don't think it's really like celebrity status. We don't get like, bombarded with people.
Although we are trying to become the spokespeople for Century Tuna over there.
Yeah,
They have
we're
a
working
tuna
on it.
company
It's
called
Century Tuna. And we thought, why not this century work with Century Tuna? And we're
And
still.
he's a pescatarian. We're working on that.
Yeah,
This
we'll get-
Century Tuna.
Yeah, this Century Tuna maybe. I don't
Collaboration T-shirts, merchandising.
know. Yeah, like a
only
collaboration
hope.
can of tuna.
That'd be the
But we're
worst.
working on that. The owner hasn't really gone for it yet, so I don't know why.
Has all the trouble that's been happening in the Philippines, like the typhoon and stuff, has that interfered with any of the shows that you're gonna do, or no?
I mean, not specifically that I know of, but I know that we're very in tune to a lot of the stuff that goes on there. Just because of all the people that we are in constant contact with. We have like people that are like our extended family over there that we've been working with for a long time, and we're trying to do something really really special over there when we get over there. So we got something in the works that we want to do, because it's hard as a band. Sometimes you feel like you want to do a lot of things, but there's so many like organizations you don't know what they're really, not that what they stand for, but just you want to make sure that when it's a charity type of thing, it's going to the right people, and we're very serious about that stuff. So I think we wanted to make sure it was something that could really impact and help.
What's the deal with Ryan Gosling all over your merch stuff? Is Ryan Gosling a big supporter of this
Yeah,
century?
no, the Ryan Gosling thing. He's just he came out to a show and he loved it. No, he's like, wow, I like your guys' merch. No, that was originally I think it was we were just in the van and we wanted to make a sign to just make sure kids knew that we actually had pants for merch, because I think a lot of kids didn't know we actually had pants on this tour. So we wanted to make a sign, and then I think it was Nick Santino, who's on this tour. He was like, well, why don't you guys do like the Hey Girl Ryan Gosling thing? And we're like, that's yes. And so we did. And
needless to say,
it got a good reaction. So we made another one. And I hope we don't get sued.
Well, after this, we probably will. I mean, he's gonna come after us for sure.
Yeah.
If he does,
he's not gonna get much. He's just
If
gonna
it
get a
just
lot
means-
of pants and some shirts. That's pretty much all
We'll
we
give
have.
him all of our pants.
Yeah.
So, being from Arizona, are you guys having a good time in this weather in New York?
No.
Right now?
Not at all. I hate it.
The cold's rough.
Like at this moment, right now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
originally
all
from New
freezing.
York, but I mean, I don't remember this being this miserable. I mean, it's just tough because it's a lot of going from really warm to really cold. That's I think the worst part is like we go from freezing outside to like the warmest van ever. So
Yeah.
like the odds of us getting ill are like pretty high. So other than that, though, it's not too bad.
I've lived in Arizona my whole life, so I'm not used to this. I need hot weather. Like I prefer hot weather, and this is. I was saying to Ryan, we shouldn't do winter tours on the East Coast.
Well, there's a
Let's
reason
not
why
do that.
bands usually don't tour around this time, like
Yeah.
extensively. Like there's a cutoff. Like December is kind of like you'll see like Christmas show or like acoustic tour, but for some reason this is the only. I mean, we've toured. You know, this is now going on 6 years of touring now,
Yeah.
or 7 years. I don't know, too many years to count. Of like, I think this is the only time we haven't toured during. So now we
Yeah.
can say we did it. And
Yeah, that's true.
that's
And never do
check
it
that
again.
box. I never did it again. Yeah.
Lesson learned.
What did you guys do for Thanksgiving?
We spent it with Nick's family in Boston.
That was awesome.
Or Braintree. And it was really cool. That was my first Thanksgiving away from my family. But I was kind of excited. It was cool to see how they do their thing, and it was a lot of food, like insane amount
Staring
of food.
amounts of food. It was so good.
There was like appetizers, and then there was
appetizers for the appetizers.
And then there was appetizers, more appetizers, and then there was Italian food before the Thanksgiving main course. It was just like madness.
This is wild.
And then we had the main course, and then there was desserts. Like we were already feeling like we were gonna throw up, and they're like, "Oh, there's desserts too, so you guys
You didn't
gotta
have a choice.
So Mama Santino can cook that.
Mama Santino. Oh,
Mom and Dad
Papa,
Santino.
Papa
they're-
Santino
they're-
can really cook.
Yeah, he can cook. They're
Yeah.
nice, very nice people, and very good cooks.
I know this tour ends on December 19th. What are you guys doing for the holidays then? Anything special planned?
Pick up yoga.
I'm just gonna enjoy being home and not do anything. I normally when I'm home. I normally play music for my church's Christmas service, and so I decide I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna not do anything.
It's quite the case. I'm gonna eliminate as many commitments.
I'm just gonna enjoy. I just want to enjoy my family, and I have a new nephew. I'm gonna enjoy being with him. So.
If this century had a Christmas list, what would be on it?
A Christmas what?
A Christmas list.
What would be on it?
Heavier jackets. A nice scarf.
Money.
Money.
I mean, look,
I think that's it. Bags of, preferably in large
private
quantities of
jet.
bags.
Private jet that runs on French fry oil.
Okay.
So it always smells like
So it
Mickey
always
D's
smells like
while
French
we're-
fries when we're flying through the sky. That'd be really cool. That's probably it.
Yeah.
All right. And what else can we expect to see from you guys in the near future?
More touring. We got stuff in the works.
Spring, summer.
Spring, summertime. Yeah, all that.
And your music,
Times that we
too.
won't freeze.
I think we're gonna try and see what happens.
Yeah,
We're
when
gonna
we
try
get
some
home,
stuff.
we're gonna do some writing, just to write, and see what comes out.
Any plans for a new record, or you're just gonna? You're
Not
gonna tour
really.
off this one for a while.
No, we're just gonna kind of see where the wind takes
Yeah.
us. Or, I don't know. It's weird. It feels because of the way like everything is these days. You can put out a record, and like the next month, people will be like, "Oh, so when's your next record coming out?" You know?
Well, yeah, like
there's no
JT
process anymore where people like sit with a record anymore. Like it's like, "Oh, what have you done now?" So it's like we put this record out in May.
It's pretty
and-
recent though.
Yeah. No, we put
It's
it
fairly recent.
we put it out in May, and people we get a lot of people asking us like, "Oh, are you guys gonna put out a new record soon?" Which I
It's a good thing,
no,
though, right?
I mean it's great that people want to hear more music from
Yeah.
us,
So
or
what
that
do you
people are
not-
like, "Can you not do that record and like do another record?"
Can we
But-
forget that record happened and you guys just put something good out?
Yeah, but I think it's just it drives you though, because then it makes it feel like, well, maybe we need to keep writing and doing stuff, because you get locked in touring and it's so hard to write on the road that you forget about the fact that you have to create something new again. So I think after this tour, there'll be a lot of ammunition in our heads to rethink what we want to do for another record. I think so.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
We're The Century. This is Sean. I'm Joel. Thank you guys for watching Under the Gun TV.